Hello. Hello there, Elvis Joe. Sorry, just getting set up. Uh, okay, so as the title says, frying pan pizza is what I'm going to be attempting tonight. It's actually something I'm familiar with, but this is my first Periscope, so bear with me. I'm a little, no, well, if I'm a little rusty or whatnot. So, okay, so as is mentioned in the title, we've got all our pizza ingredients here, and of course, the frying pan. So we'll be cooking a pizza in the frying pan. Oh, thanks. Thanks, Alok, and thanks for the congrats. Much appreciated. All right, so frying pan pizza. So I just made some homemade pizza dough, which is like a cold fermented pizza dough. Basically, it's sort of once you sort of put it together and form the dough, you leave it in the fridge for a few days, and it helps to develop flavor, and it becomes like a wonderful pizza. So yeah, I'll work with that. So rather than just me babble on and be all awkward, I'll just get to the making of the pizza. So I'll get this out of the way. I'll start with shaping the dough. So get this out of the way. Do I know at least one word in Russian? Spasiba, maybe, if the accent's not terrible. Um, anyway, so sorry, I'm just getting a little distracted here. Okay, so first of all, we start with yar. Okay, so we've got just some bread flour on this side, so the same flour that we use to make the dough. And we've got some semolina on this side here, which we'll use together to liberally dust the dough like so. And I'll also flip this over here as well. So, do any of you guys follow T for Tammy? If you do, she's a close friend of mine who, has been doing this periscoping thing a lot more than I have. Cool. Don't worry, there'll be plenty of mushrooms on this pizza, so get to that soon enough. Okay, so, all right, let me just liberally flour my workspace here. And what I'm going to do now is just hand shape the dough by initially just sort of pressing down here in the center and forming that nice little crust that we want on the outside. So this pizza dough is a little on the wet side, so we'll see how we go. We'll just slowly stretch this out into a circular shape, trying to maintain the edge here as much as possible. This is getting a little bit sticky, so let's try that here. So, excuse me for any pizza chefs out there, just excuse me. I'm not this great at it, but we'll get there eventually, one way or the other. See how we're going here. A bit thick on this side. Okay, so just flip this over. Go on this side. There we go. It's a bit better. Nope. Okay. Okay, so that's, I guess, about the size of the pizza that I'm after. Let me just stretch out the edges here a little bit more. So that's pretty much the basis of our pizza right there. Hopefully, if everything works out well, it will fit right into our little frying pan like so. So this is a cold frying pan. It hasn't been heated at all. And you can do this fine in a cold frying pan. Just with your favorite pizza dough. It doesn't have to be my cold fermented pizza dough. Just any pizza dough will do, and you'll get quite good results. Actually, quite better than what you might expect in an oven. So, and we will see that in not too long a time. Okay, so pizza's pretty much in there. Oh, actually, sorry, I forgot something. I should actually pull this out. Just to make sure it doesn't stick, we'll just throw some semolina in there. Throw the pizza dough back in here like so. And wow, messing this up. Okay. Get rid of that air pocket there. Yep. Okay, so it's nice and loose in there. Okay. Cool. So excuse me if I'm missing your comments. I'm sort of just focusing on this pizza thing at the moment. So I'll try and get to those. So if you got any particularly pertinent questions, please. No oil in the pan. No, it's just semolina. That's all you really need. The semolina helps sort of keep it loose, and yeah, you'll see. I'm not holding the phone. The phone's actually on a tripod at the moment. Oh, hello, Tammy. Hello. I'm graced with royalty. Okay, so it's a pizza sauce here. It's just a basic sauce with some tinned tomatoes and some tomato paste. Spread liberally here. So what kind of pizzas do you guys like? What's your sort of favorite sort of pizza? Wow, making a mess of this. Okay, a bit more on there here. Mushroom pizza, excellent. Yes, the recipe for the dough and the sauce is on the blog, as well as instructions on how to cook this on the barbecue, but not frying pan. That'll come up probably in a week or so. I'll talk about the blog later on because we've got a bit of time while we're waiting for the pizza to cook. Pineapple chicken white sauce. That sounds interesting. Okay, so let's get to the topping of the pizza here. Okay, so we start off with just a base of mozzarella cheese. Like so. No black olives, unfortunately. It's just going to be fairly simple. It's just going to be some calabrese salami, mushrooms, and that's pretty much it. Okay, so let's move that up there. Just get into a better light. Throw a bit of parmesan on now, just for a bit of flavor. Now that calabrese salami sausage type thing, lay down like so. Hopefully I got enough here. See how I go. Okay, perfect. Now the mushrooms. Real question is, did I make the salami? No, I did not make the salami, Tammy. I'm unfortunately not quite like you with regards to going crazy with the homemade small goods. In time, perhaps, but not for the moment. Yes, oregano will come later. So let's get these mushrooms there. More mushrooms, the better, right? Da-da-da. That will do. Quite messy, but that's okay. I have a bit of leftover cheese. I don't normally put cheese on top, but I'll just throw a little extra on here because I've got it. There you go. Sam says he wants jalapenos. Unfortunately, no jalapenos today. I could put some chili on, but I might put it on afterwards, though. But anyway, so that's more parmesan going down. And as requested, oregano. The blog is called The Heart of Food, but I'll give you details later on when we've got a moment to chit-chat while we're waiting for this pizza to cook. So, that's our pizza pretty much. And I'll just throw on a squeeze of extra virgin olive oil. And that's pretty much it. That's the pizza. So, now this is the trick here. So, yes, thank you, Tammy. It's the address is right there. But just a little bit, just for flavor. But okay, so all right, so we'll start cooking this pizza. So, what I do is I find a lid. Okay, this doesn't obviously fit, but a lid that fits onto the pizza, so it helps trap in some of the heat and help get that sort of oven-like thing going. Oh, bearing in mind, this pizza is going to be cooked in the frying pan in the grill. There'll be no oven involved with this, and it'll take less than 10 minutes. You watch. So, lid goes onto the pan. We'll get that onto the stove. That's it. On the highest heat possible, and hopefully I can move this at the same time. And okay, so let me just get this straightened up here. And while that's going as well, let's fire up the grill just to warm it up. Or if there's anyone from the US, it's the broiler, not the barbecue grill. So we Aussies call it the grill. So now we got set the timer for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 minutes. So it's 5 minutes on high with the lid on the stove. Okay, so California. So that's where you're from, Peris. Sorry, so forgive me if I'm. It's not steaming the pizza. What I'm actually doing is it's partially steaming the pizza. At the bottom, it obviously there's going to be direct heat, so it's going to fry the bottom of the pizza to give like a nice, like crispy sort of crust to it, and give it some nice lift. And the rest of it, the top part, will actually be cooked under the grill. So you'll kind of get heat from both directions, but not quite the same way as you do with the oven. Oh yeah, of course it'll be with the lid off in the grill. So hello from Chicago. Let's see here. What keeps it from sticking? I've got like a light coating of semolina on there. It's so between that and the heat, and this is not like a non-stick pan, which, by the way, never do this with a non-stick pan. Either a cast iron or with a stainless steel pan like I have here, or even an aluminium pan could be okay too. But yeah, definitely not non-stick. This is not the kind of thing you want to do with that. Otherwise, you'll just ruin your pan and you'll be hello from the Bay Area. Oh, sorry. Hi there. Can I spell that? What am I spelling? Thank you for all the likes that you're raining in at the moment. Keep it coming. Will the base be crunchy? It will definitely be crunchy. You will see. You'll get to hear it. Unfortunately, you won't be able to taste it, but yeah. Just trust me. It'll be good. Probably better than... I mean, for me, the good thing about this pizza, and a lot of it has to do with the dough, but the actual method in cooking the pizza does a lot for the quality of the pizza overall. Like, you could get a fantastic dough, stick it in the oven, and it wouldn't really turn out so great. Is it Spokane? Is that how you pronounce the place? Well, hello from... hi. I'm hungry now. Oh, well, we don't have to wait too long. Let's see how we got. But a little under 3 minutes to go. Okay, so have you guys got any questions with regards to making pizza at all? I mean, Tammy had mentioned before that the recipe for the pizzas are pretty much... I'd written, at the moment, a 3-part series, and there's going to be a couple more parts, one of the parts of which is going to cover this whole frying on making a pizza in a frying pan. That's currently on my blog, which is theheartoffood.com. theheartoffood.com. Temperature's on high right now. Yes, it is on high at the moment. So it's the highest I can possibly get my heat. Although, to be fair, my stovetop heat isn't that great, but you're looking at, depending on how hot your stovetop gets, you're looking at maybe about 4 to 5 minutes. So for me, it's 5 minutes with my particular stovetop. Yes, thank you for the link details there, Tammy. Much appreciated. No, it's my pleasure, Nana. Hopefully you guys will enjoy it, and hopefully this will turn out great. Spokane. Okay, there you go. Thank you very much for that. Okay. So, I don't know if you can sort of see. It's kind of hard to see underneath here, but you'll see that the edges started to puff up quite a bit. And how much time we got? Minute and a half to go. Excellent. I love pizza too. Maybe a little too much, but I do love it. Can you blowtorch instead of the grill? You could, but the blowtorch sort of gives off a certain taste, and I wouldn't advise it. I mean, you could get away with it, but I wouldn't do it. I mean, you could even get away with not putting it into the grill if you really wanted to, but then you won't get the extra caramelization, that sort of nice browning on the top, particularly with the dough, because it comes out quite... Well, if you leave it as is, it comes off quite white. The heat level on the stove is on high, and the grill, or the broiler that I'll be sticking this under, is also on its highest heat as well. Okay, how are we doing for time? Less than a minute to go. The anticipation. Ooh. Okay. Oh, you guys can hear that sizzling. Oh, nice. All right. Actually, let me get the lid off early so you guys have a moment to see this before I throw it under the grill. Look at all that puffiness right there. Let me see if I can get you a bit closer in on the action there. Whoa. Doesn't look too bad at all. All right. Yeah, I mean, even with like this dough is particularly good because it's like a cold fermented dough, which makes it taste brilliantly. But even with a more basic sort of dough that you only let rise for an hour, even those doughs still turn out kind of okay in this method. Oh, there we go. Now we take it off the heat. And I don't know if this is going to work. Oh, sorry. Pull the tray out. So as I mentioned before, the grill's already on. Stick that in like so. Switch you off now. And now we set for 1, 2, 3 minutes and go. Make a taco out of it. Pizza taco. For something that size, that's insane. But I like your thinking. DiGiorno's? No, I guess it's a brand of American pizza. I'm sorry, I'm in Australia if you guys can't tell from the accent. But yeah, so it's 5 minutes on the stove, 3 under the grill. Well, for my particular setup, yes, 3 under the grill. If you don't like your top too brown, then you might maybe want to go 2. Or if you like it really brown and crispy on the top, then maybe go about 4. What kind of photographer am I? Well, the freelance work that I primarily do is event photography, although I do some food stuff and a few other little things here or there. Oh, sorry, yes. By grill, I mean broiler. I'm in Australia, so we sort of say things a little bit differently here. Unfortunately, I haven't got anything interesting to show you. Let me get you in on the grill action. So no, not the oven, the broiler or grill, depending on where you're located. So, you can't really see anything there at all. That's a shame. What's that timer saying here? Bit over a minute. No, neither of those. Sorry. Was that the request? Was that like which is better out of those two? What was the sort of question with the Canon Nikon thing? Temperature on broilers as high as it will possibly go, because you want to cook it as quickly as possible. And depending on your broiler or your grill, if it's like really hot and if you have it really close, then, I've given 3 minutes as a general suggestion just because of the way my setup is. But with you, it might be quicker, it might take longer, depending on how you do things. So, how are we doing? Let's see here. Actually, I might pull it out just to have like an interim sort of look-see. So you can already see. Let me get closer here again. It's already starting to go. I think I might give it, actually, it's pretty quick. I might give that just a little bit more, but that doesn't look half bad, does it? I've been blogging, well, on and off for about, I think, 6 years, off more lately, just because of, life things and other sort of stuff like that. But yeah, I'm still kind of doing it. But yeah, I think I started in 2009. That's a good question. I'm not too familiar with those two models. A lot of the times with like sort of the Canon versus Nikon sort of thing, the better question to ask is what kind of gear do your friends have? Do they have Nikon stuff or Canon stuff? Because, Canon for video, I'd probably say that. Although Nikon's not that bad either. It's just, back in the day, back with the 5D Mark II, it was like definitely sort of the video back then was Canon. But, your friends with Nikon, then I'd go with Nikon only because you'd be able to borrow their kit and lenses and all that sort of stuff. Because the differences between the two models, for somebody that, are you starting out or are you a photographer yourself? Because if you're starting, that's us. We're going to pull that out. Oh, okay. Let's have a look at this pizza up nice and close. So, actually, I'll get it out of the pan. So let me just get this out for a second while you can just stare longingly at that pizza. Okay. Alright, so well, if you're quick, okay, so it's stuck a little bit, but only on the edges, so it's okay. But if you want to actually, can you see that? No, I'll show you afterwards. So just transfer this over here, and I'll bring you guys along. Bring the tripod over here. Okay, so that's our pizza right there. Oh, the broiler is basically, well, the heat source is from above, so whatever you call that. So like, the grill or the broiler, depending on which country you're from. But yeah, essentially not the general sort of warmth of the oven, but like the direct heat of grill or broiler, whatever you want to call it. On the barbecue, it takes about a similar amount of time, actually. It's about 8 minutes, I think, in the barbecue. And then sometimes you have to sort of finish it off in the grill, depending on how your barbecue works. Okay, so let me show you the bottom of this, because you can see the top's quite crusty. You've got little charred bits here, which can be quite nice. But at the risk of not, actually, I'm going to flip this pizza over and hopefully it won't slide. How am I going to do this? Okay, you know what? Let me pull you off the mount here. I'm going to burn the crap out of my fingers, but I'll give you a nice close look at it. There we go. So you can see that just the pizza's holding its own sort of like, you know, like it's not sagging on the bottom. It's actually quite crispy and quite crusty. You can see, if you can hear that, quite a crispy sort of bottom to it. And when we cut through it, you'll also hear it as well. So, okay. Yes, I will show you the tripod once I'm done. Oh, I can't really show you. Oh, actually, I can pull the camera off, but let me cut this up. So where is my pizza cutter? Right over here. Okay, so cut through okay. There you go, okay. Sorry. And sorry, just make it easier for the... There we go. So that's our pizza cut there. Okay, now for the pull. All right. It's a bit stuck here. There we go. Ah, wow. This is really hot. Of course, it's freshly cooked, so no surprise there. Ah, wow, hot, hot. Maybe I'll pull this one off. See that? There we go. Okay. Ooh, gonna slide off on me, are you? Okay. So, wow, this is really awkward. So, as you can see there, just have a look at the bottom there. You can see how it's sort of cracked. So there is a nice sort of firm, crunchy crust to it. It's a bit soggy in the center, but because of the way I stretch it a little bit too thin in the center, but it's still okay. So let's give this a taste test. Oh, wow, that's good. It's pretty much the salami and mushroom. Have a look there, the little crumb structure. I don't know if I can get that in focus or not. You got some nice wide open pockets there. And like so. So yeah, the crust is still quite crunchy. No, okay, I actually cooked the pizza from scratch. Like from like raw dough with the ingredients, assembled it all together, and then cooked it raw. Although you can reheat pizza this way as well. Although the times are quite different. You're probably looking at maybe a minute or two in the frying pan, and then maybe under the grill for maybe, or the grill slash broiler for maybe a minute. That's about it. But you'll still get that sort of nice, sort of, I might have got another slice here. So that nice, sort of crunchy sort of bottom. You can do cast iron. Cast iron actually you can get quite good results, but unfortunately my cast iron pan's quite small, and my appetite's a little bit larger than what the pan can handle. So I think I might round off the scope here, but as requested, let me get this tripod thing going so you guys can see. Thank you very much, Techie, and thank you for all the likes, guys, and for watching this first Periscope show. That's my little tripod set up there. Your kitchen. And so, until another Periscope. See you around. Bye, guys. Oh, pizza. Stop.